Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be my skincare routine. This is actually highly requested. When I asked what you guys wanted me to do, I got a bunch of messages asking me what my skincare routine was, which I'm actually surprised because I do not have the nicest skin, but I have found products that have been able to help me get my skin kind of under control, and they're products that I've actually been using for a while, so I know that they have been helping my skin and that they're not breaking me out anymore, and I kind of feel comfortable with them for the moment in the time being. I'm sure I'm going to find different products that I want to try in the future, but these are the products that I am using right now, and I do like them. I really want to just say thank you guys so much for the support of my last video, which was my first YouTube video, and I just want to say thank you so much for watching it and supporting me, all my friends and family. I can't thank you guys enough. I was so scared, and I still am really nervous to post these videos, but having the support and having everybody, backing me up and just being there and just viewing my videos is all I can really ask for. So I just want to say a huge thank you guys for that. But I also just want to say too, keep the ideas coming. I want to continue making these videos for you guys. I really want to help you guys as much as that I can, and that's pretty much all I want to say right now. If I do have anything else, I will mention it while I am in the video, but other than that, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you still want to continue to see these videos. Don't forget to subscribe, and I just found out that there's like a post notification bell, so that way you guys are notified whenever I do upload, so that you guys aren't waiting a while to see if and when I did upload. So you guys, if you hit that, you'll be notified whenever I do upload. But yeah, other than that, let's get into the video. All right, so the first thing that I do is I take off my makeup, and basically usually sometimes I have makeup remover wipes, but recently I've been really lazy and they just haven't been doing the job for me. So what I do is I do a quick wash just to get all of my makeup off, and I use my cleanser, and I have been using the Purity One Step Facial Cleanser. I just want to say that I have been using this stuff for years. I have been using this since I want to say I was in middle school. One of my old friends actually got me into this, and ever since I've just been absolutely in love with it. I've literally repurchased this so many times. My mom gets it. My mom has bought it for me so many times. We both really like it. I'm pretty sure she still uses it. I'm not really sure, but I absolutely love this stuff. It is probably one of the most nourishing but most basic facial cleansers I have ever used in my whole life. It doesn't break me out. It has a very clean and a very light scent to it, so it doesn't break me out because it doesn't have those strong fragrances in it. I have very sensitive skin, and anything that is has fragrance to it, or anything that has like a perfume scent to it, I just automatically break out. I get super red, and I don't know why. I just have very super sensitive skin, but this does not break me out. This, I don't really know how much they are. They literally vary every time I buy them, but usually I just order mine either from Sephora or Ulta. You can get it pretty much anywhere, honestly, that sells Philosophy, but most of the time I'm pretty sure I get mine from Ulta or Sephora. But like I said, I do a quick wash with this just to get all of my makeup off. And then what I do is I go in and I use my Clarisonic. I've also had this for many years, because if you can't tell, it's a purple zebra. Like I said, I've had this the same time that I started using that cleanser. I actually bought these to use together because I wanted to see how well they worked, and they obviously work because I'm still using them to this day. But like I said, I got this back when I was in middle school. I know I probably need to upgrade it, but I love it, and it works just amazing. But anyway, so what I do is I just put a little bit of tiny cleanser right on this, but I get it wet and then I put the cleanser on, and basically I just massage it all into my skin. It does have timers on it, so basically if you press the power button, well, mine's dead, but you can probably hear it going. But you press the power button and basically it goes for a minute, but it beeps for different sections of your. So you basically start with your forehead, you just keep going with your forehead, then it'll beep. You go down the center of your nose and around your chin and your mouth area, it'll beep up again. Then it'll do one cheek, it'll beep again, and then it'll do your other cheek. But it'll do it for a consecutive minute, so you're getting that deep 60 seconds of clean. But it also does have a other setting. So if you don't want to do the minute, you can press the arrow up and it will do it for, it'll just consecutively massage it into your face, and you can do it for as long as you want. But I like to do the minute because it gives me the, you know, the perfect deep clean, and it knows just around the right amount of time for you to do for each section. But like I said, I've had this for so many years. I absolutely love it because I know it's going to give me a deep clean. I know that there's like cheaper brushes out there, and they instead of vibrating, they spin. I don't really like those ones. I don't know why. I just feel like they don't clean as much. I feel like these work a little bit better. They are a little bit more pricier, but you do get what you pay for. And I feel that with it vibrating, it kind of massages all of the your pores, and it kind of massages all of the oil and the dirt out of your pores. But with the spinning brushes, I feel like they're not giving you as deep of a clean. But like I said, I don't know. I've never used those ones, but I just feel that they're just kind of swishing the makeup around. I don't know. Like I said, I've never had any issues with this. I want to say these run for like $140, $150. I could be wrong. I know they have a Clarisonic, the big ones. They have like for the face and the body. Those ones are super expensive. This is the Clarisonic Mia2. This one's just a little bit cheaper, but they are still, obviously, if they're over $100, they're still a little bit pricey. But I think, like I said, you get what you pay for. It gives you such a deep clean. It gets into your pores, and I just absolutely love it. So then after I clean my face, usually I tend to wash my face in the shower just because after I get out of work, I literally go straight into the shower and I just do all my cleaning in there. So I usually just take this into the shower with me, which it's fine. It's obviously made to get wet. You can bring it right into the shower. And like I said, I've had mine for so many years and it's still working. So I don't think it's got any like water damage or anything. But I also did want to say that the brush heads come off. Oops. So you just twist it and it pops off. Mine's got like bubbles all in it. But you just push it in and then you like twist it and then it pops back on. I replace mine about every month and a half, just because they do get super dirty. But you can get literally like a couple packs at, I get mine from Ulta. They come in like a 2-pack, and I just replace mine every about a month and a half, whenever they seem to be getting a little too dirty or a little bit too worn down. They recommend every 6 months, but I'm just like a kind of gross freak. I just feel like if I'm using it on my face and it's getting the dirt out, it's collecting dirt, all that stuff, so I try and get it off as quick as possible, and I just try to change them as much as I can, just so that I'm constantly using like a clean brush on my face. So then the next thing that I do is I put on my toner, and I mentioned this in my first video that I made, and this is the Deep Clean Toner with the salicylic acid acne treatment. This is basically compared to the Clean and Clear treatment, but this is probably one of my holy grail items. And I just want to say that I used to have very bad like cystic acne, very bad breakouts. Like I broke out everywhere, probably from like 7th grade all the way up until my senior year of high school. Very bad breakouts. I mean, I still get my occasional ones here and there, but during those years I had the worst breakouts that anybody could ever see. And I don't know if it was hormones or what was going on. I don't know, but this was always my go-to. It's been around for so many years. Like I said, I used either the Clean and Clear one or this one. Usually it's this one just because it's a little bit cheaper than the other one. But I really like this stuff because I noticed how quickly my breakouts would go away. If I had like an active breakout or something like that, I would either put this like directly as like a spot treatment or something. I would put it right on like a cotton ball or like a cotton round, and I would put it right on my breakouts. And by the next morning, they were literally like either half to 3/4 of the size that it was, like smaller, and it just worked so much better. But I still use it to this day. So usually I put it on a cotton round and I just put it all over my face. And that also helps get any excess makeup that I didn't get off with my cleanser and my Clarisonic brush. And like I said, it also just kind of cleans your face and gets deep into those pores. And I absolutely love it. And I've had no issues with it. I'm going to put all the prices actually down in the description bar. I said I was going to do that last time and I completely forgot. I did mention all the products that I did use. I'm going to do the same for this one, but I'm also going to put the prices down there so you guys kind of have an idea of how much the prices are. Okay, so after that, I usually go in with my face oil, and this is the U.F.O Acne Treatment Face Oil. I did mention this in my other video as well. And this is from Sunday Riley. I heard so many things about this before I actually bought it. And the reason I didn't buy it at first was because I have very oily skin. I think oily skin runs in my whole family. I just didn't see the concept of adding oil onto oily skin. It just didn't make sense to me. And I thought I was going to just make myself break out more. I thought it was just kind of contradicting what I was trying to get rid of. But after I went and saw this girl when I got a facial, she kind of helped me kind of understand what my skin was doing and why it was oily and why it looked the way it did and stuff like that. So I kind of got some really good tips from her. And basically, anybody that has oily skin, it's because your skin is overproducing oil because it's not getting the appropriate moisture that it needs. And so basically she just said that my skin needed, because I wasn't really moisturizing my face because I had noticed that it was so oily. I was like, why would I put more moisturizer on my face? But she said you need to moisturize whether you have oily skin or not, but you need to find the one that works best for you and that's not going to break you out and what's not going to be too thick for your oily skin. And so I did start doing that, and I did start to notice that my oil was going down. So then they did say that oils are really good too. So those kind of help in putting in that moisture, but kind of nourishing everything and kind of controlling that excess oil. So I did look into this one, and like I said, this is the Acne Treatment Face Oil. It's for oil and acne prone skin, which like I said, I have. But like I said, I heard so many people use it, and I heard that it was great for blackheads, which I have a really bad problem with them on my nose. I absolutely love it. So it's this really weird green color. But what I do is I put a drop on each cheek and then a drop on my forehead, and I rub that all in, and I just kind of let that sit and just to let that soak into my skin. It does have a really odd smell to it. It's a very earthy, like herby scent. I don't know exactly what it kind of smells like oregano, if you want me to be completely honest with you. It just smells like an herb. It does not have a pleasant smell to it, but it does work. And if you can get through that smell, I don't see why you would have a problem with it. I'm already like a quarter of the way down from it. And like I said, I only use a tiny bit of it. So this lasts a really long time, and they don't expire that soon. They expire in a year. So this would probably last me a year. And I got this back in, I want to say it was January when I bought it. And beginning of January, I think it was the beginning of January, I bought it, and I'm only a quarter of the way down, and that's 4 months ago. So we're doing pretty good. So I really like it. It controls my oil. It makes my skin look really hydrated, very glowy. But yeah, so I really highly recommend that. If you are someone that has very oily skin like I do, it works wonders. So the next product that I use is my moisturizer. So this is actually one of the top questions that I get, because I get it from people that do have oily skin. They always ask me what moisturizer to use. I have gone through so many different moisturizers. It just got really, really sunny, so I'm sorry if the colors keep changing. But I've gone through so many different moisturizers, and the one that I absolutely loved was the Origins Ginseng Gel Moisturizer. I absolutely loved that one. Super lightweight. I personally like to use gel moisturizers just because they're very lightweight, but they're very nourishing and they're perfect for my oily skin. But the moisturizer that I've actually been using right now is a little bit of a lotion, but it's not a very thick like cream lotion. It's very, very lightweight. And it's the Aveeno Clear Complexion Daily Moisturizer. Like I said, I also mentioned this in my last video. Absolutely love this stuff. This also has a very, very faint smell. It doesn't have a strong fragrance to it. It's a very, 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 very light. But I only use a tiny bit of this, about a pea sized on my finger, and I just rub that in. And this also has salicylic acid in it, so it's also good for controlling acne. I don't know if it's just because all these products have salicylic acid in it and it helps with controlling my acne, but I don't know. But I've noticed that even before I started using all these three together, at least each of them had made a difference in my skin. So I know that they're all working and they're just all working great together. But I absolutely love this stuff. Like I said, this is a pretty decent bottle. Aveeno is pretty expensive. I know a lot of people say, oh, I'm not going to spend that much money. Like I said before, you kind of get what you pay for. If you're going to spend money on a really, really cheap moisturizer, just make sure that it works. Most of the time they don't, so you kind of want to spend a little bit of extra money on it. It will last you a little bit longer, which I also noticed too is a lot of people do like to buy the cheaper moisturizers, but if you really think about it, you're going to be spending more on it because you're going to keep using it more and more and more, because the more product you use, it just seems like it's not working. You're just going to fly through it so much more than if you spend a little bit extra on something that you know is going to work for you and that's going to last a little bit longer. You're going to save so much more money. But like I said, I absolutely love this stuff. I've been using this for a couple of months now, and I have repurchased it once, and I kind of go back and forth between the Origins one and this one, but those are the two top ones that I usually like to use. Okay, so I have 3 more products that I do want to mention because these are products that I do like to use every so often. And they are 2 masks, and then they are these pore strips. I get so many people saying, oh, pore strips aren't good for you, they're ripping off your skin, things like that. If you're using ones that are ripping off your skin, they're most likely not good products, but these are the ones that I've been using for many, many years, and I actually really like them because they actually work. So like I said before, I have a lot of problems with blackheads on my nose. It's just something that I've always had, and I've always had problems trying to control. I have not figured out how to get them. Like, I clean my face so much. I make sure my skin is perfectly clean, and they're still there. So I don't know. But I have noticed that these actually work really, really well. These are under the men's skincare. I know. Jesse actually bought these for the first time, and I've actually really been liking them. So basically they're these I'll show you. They're these black pore strips. They come in like a little thing like this, and you just peel it off, and you first you get your nose wet because it'll only stick if your nose is wet. So I like put a bunch of water on it, and then I press it onto my nose, and I make sure it's like literally secure to my nose. It's kind of like paper mache, and then you kind of just wait until it dries, and then it gets really, really hard, and then you pull it off, and basically it just takes all your pores and just kind of pulls out all those blackheads. And I have noticed, I know it sounds really, really gross, but I love like looking at it when you pull it off, because it just shows like that they're actually working. They're actually pulling out all that dirt and that oil that is in your skin. And that I absolutely love because it just clears everything out. And usually what I do is I do that after I tone my face, so that as soon as I get all that out, that's when I put my oil on and my moisturizer, and that way my pores are open and they're clear, and they're able to get all that in there and just kind of clean everything out. And I think it's made such a big difference with my blackheads. They're a lot less noticeable, and they're so inexpensive, but they work so great. This is one of the things that isn't that expensive but actually does work really good. So like I said, there are products out there that are a little bit cheaper that do work, but just make sure you're choosing the right products and ones that are actually doing good for your skin than not. So the last two things are two face masks that I like to use. So they're two different kinds. So the first one is the Origins Out of Trouble 10-minute mask to rescue problem skin. All of Origins products. They're so simple. They are a little bit more pricey, but they do work. The reason I like this is because it's for problematic skin. Like I said this whole video, I have very problematic skin. So it works really good. This, you only have to use a tiny bit. It actually spreads out like it's very thick, if you can't tell. It's like very thick. So you only have to use a tiny bit, and it really covers a majority of your face. I've had this for a few months now, and the thing is, like, I've only used about like this much of it, so I still have a whole ton left in here. But I absolutely love it, especially when I am breaking out. I love to wear face masks because it helps everything kind of soothe my skin. It helps any inflammation. I use this one about twice a week. I do mask about 3 times a week. This is the one that I do the third day of the week, basically. So I do this twice, and then this one is that third day. This is the Formula 10.0.6, the Draw It All Out Skin Detoxing Peel Mask. So, quick little story. The reason I actually got this was months, actually, I want to say it was probably almost like a year ago, when me and Jesse first were dating. We were probably like 2 months into our relationship, and we went to Ulta for something or whatever, and he thought it would be cool. Oh, I think it was his idea, actually. He thought it would be cool to get a face mask. So these are the peel off ones. So this, I don't know if you guys have seen videos, but it is that dark black mask. And you basically put it all over your skin, you let it dry, and then you peel it off. This isn't the bad one that you see like horror stories about. This is the one that actually like comes off your skin and does not rip off your whole skin. But I actually really like it because it kind of does similar things to what the charcoal deep cleansing pore masks do, but except it's for your whole face. So when you're pulling it off, it's getting all those pores and all those clogged pores, and it's just kind of pulling everything out, extracting everything that needs to come out, and it leaves your skin so smooth. And it actually has a really good smell to it. It smells like plums. But we actually like it. Me and Jesse actually do them together. He absolutely loves using these. They're so gentle too, which I also want to point out is how gentle they are. We use it on Jesse, and obviously he has facial hair, bunch of stuff. It does not pull out your hair. It doesn't do any of that. It pulls out what it needs to, and that just shows you how gentle it is. But I do use this once out of the 3 days that I do face masks. So this kind of gives it and pulls everything out. And then this one's more for my problematic skin when I feel like I'm having more breakouts than I normally would. And I like to kind of cool and tone my face down a little bit. So these are 2 of my absolute favorites. But yeah, so those are all of my skincare products that I absolutely love and that I have been using for quite a while now. I feel like they've really been helping me kind of get my clear skin. Like I said before, I am going to make sure that I put all of the products and the prices in the description bar so that you guys know how much they are, where you can find them. Excuse me. But yeah, so I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe and hit that post notification bell. And if you do guys have any more questions about skincare, please feel free to message me, post in the comments below, whatever it has to do. Message me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever it may be. I'm going to put all my social media actually down in the down bar, down in the down bar below, so that you guys can follow me on all my social media and see what I'm up to every single day, which is pretty much nothing because we are stuck in this quarantine. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.